Alrighty, good morning everyone. Let's get going. We're going to talk about NFP Prep today for the news trading group. Give me a sec, I was reading something. Well, if not. Okay, so NFP's Friday. NFP is actually one of the funner ones to trade. You just have to remember that it is difficult to trade. Reason being, if we remember last month, the candle before the actual news release jumped almost 50 pips up and down, and it was very, very, very fast. I mean, it was super fast. So sometimes you're going to get caught out on it. Now, since you should still be on demo, one of the things we can do for NFP is set up multiple charts with multiple wrinkle bar sizes so you can see which one performs the best. For me, I already know that 2 wrinkle bar size is too small. So what I will do Friday, and I'll do it live, since I'll set up on my laptop for my live trade, and I'll do my demo trade on my desktop so that y'all can see it, is we'll set up multiple charts. We'll do like one with a 3 pip, one with a 4 pip, and just for the hell of it, we'll do one with a 5 pip wrinkle box size. Now, the other thing is your straddle. Your straddle becomes very important due to MT4 being a little bit slow. And I'm having the coder look at the EA to see if there's anything we can do to speed it up. It's already running off system time, so there's not much we can do to get it faster, but we will see about that. Is the straddle. I would go with a minimum of 4 times your candle size. If you're running 3 pips, I would go with a 12 pip straddle, bare minimum. But remember, we had a 40-some pip jump last month before news even released. So is what I'm going to show on Friday is a 12 pip straddle, which is the extreme tightest you'd want to do, and that's going to be crazy tight. I'm going to do a 12. I'm going to have a second set of 3 running, which I'm going to do a 20 on, and then I'll do 4 pip bars with a 12 or a 16 and we'll do like a 25. So I'm going to have 4 charts running. We'll skip the 5 pip wrinkle bars. That's just overkill. So I'm trying to think. So basically what you're going to want to do is right here, you're going to want to create your bars ahead of time. So you just go into your, here, let's just open up a new chart file, new chart. It's USDCHF. So here's my normal template. It's build 3 for news, build 1. This builds a 1 pip wrinkle bars. This builds a 3 pip. So let's load up build 1 and we'll edit it. And we go to M1. Now if we go to, yeah, I'm awake today. Expert advisors. Oh, sorry, my tummy is just really dying today. Oh, where is it? Evolution. So wrinkle size boxes, we can put in 40. And then we could do, I'll name it 44. And then is what we can do is template, save template, build 4. And this is just prep for, hold on. Oh, excuse me. This will be prep for Friday so you can get set up quickly. And since I'm not gonna do the 5 pips one, that's gonna be kind of overkill. So, and then, I'm sorry, and then we'll have our, so then our setup's gonna be, let's say we trade Euro USD, but let's USD CHF, what the fuck it. We would do file, and then we're gonna do open offline, USD CHF, and we look for our 44. It still doesn't have a lot of bars in it, but it's fine. Okay, it doesn't have a lot of bars because of the size. We're also going to look at optimizing MT4 real quick. If you don't do back testing, which I don't recommend, we're going to look at some settings to help you out a little. The smaller the wrinkle box is, the more is on the chart, so we want to limit what's on there. But we're going to do then template, wrinkle news, Now in here, since I'm running 4, what I'm going to do, you'll adjust 12. The other thing we want to adjust out is stage 1 at 20 seconds, stage 2 at 19. We're going to leave it that way. Right now I have mine running at 5 and 4 seconds, but here's the thing with it depends. Sometimes NFP isn't going to wobble before, and sometimes it is. For this one, for my 12 pip, I'm gonna put it at 20 and 19, and for my 3 pip, 20 and 19. For my 4 pip, I'm gonna put it 5 and 4, so it drops in right before news release. Again, these are up to you. I would probably recommend the 20 and 19 if your chart's running fast. If you have any type of wiggle or delay, it's gonna cause issues. So I'll set out a set file of what I'm going to trade here in a little bit, okay? So I'll post set files, and I'll name them, and I'll put them in the signals chat for you. And they'll be named clearly. One will say 12 pip straddle, and one will say 20 pip straddle. And then you'll just need to apply those to your Rinko charts of 3 pip bars and 4 pip bars. I know one person is running 2 pips on Pepperstone, so for you, I would do 2 and 3 pip bars. Just bump up one size. I'm doing 3, so I'm going to bump up to 3 and 4. And you want to see which one performs better on NFP. We know it's going to be a big move, and if you watch after a few months, you're going to see that the spread still is going to be within a certain limit on NFP. Okay, so let's talk about the speed. The easiest way you can work about speed is go to charts, and this is max bars in history. I leave it at 20,000. That's history, but max bars in chart 5,000. Definitely set it to there. It'll limit the number of bars on your chart to 5,000. And that'll, so let's say you had it 20,000 and I had each one of these open. Right now each one of these could hold 20,000 bars, but instead I'm down to 5,000. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. It's dealing with, on my normal day, I'm dealing with 40,000 bars, which is way better than if I was running 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. I'd be running 160,000 bars instead. So one of the things that definitely do is go into your charts, go to options, and go to charts, and change max bars in chart to 5,000. Let's drop that down to the minimum you need on there. If I could drop it down to literally 1,000, I would for news, because it'll let it run faster. Trying to think what else for NFP Prep. Yeah, like I said, NFP only comes once a month, so take advantage of it. NFP can be your biggest mover of the month, but it's also the hardest one to trade. I mean, it's kind of like a risk-reward thing. So I would definitely say to see how it, and this is where it comes in. Why am I saying just not use my settings? Because my computer may be faster and it runs the EA a little bit better. Your computer may be slower. I know somebody here has a badass computer with an SSD, 32 megabytes of RAM. I'm not even up there. I'm only at 16 megabytes of RAM. They're running a fiber connection. Their ping times are fucking amazing. They're going to get better performance than I am. So you need to also dial this in for what your computer can handle. NFP also, everything needs to be shut. And I mean everything. If you look down here, I have like a script running, Snagit. I will close everything. Nothing will be running for me. On your network time sync, we want to go in there and go to settings. We'll let those come up. And I didn't cover this, so update interval every 15 minutes. Let's make sure that your time is as close as possible. By default, it's not there, but I would say let's get it there. And if time adjustment greater than, we'll go to seconds and put 1 second. So the two changes we want to make is update interval every 15 minutes. If time adjustment greater than 1 second, adjust system time. And click OK, and then close. So there's a few of the things you can do to prep for it. We want everything, basically we want everything running like a fine-tuned clock. We want everything running as fast as possible. I recommend closing your browser. Google Chrome takes up a shit ton of memory. We want everything available to MT4 only for NFP. It really is important. We squeeze out every bit of performance we can get. mainly, and it's not because once the trade opens, it's because before the trade, that wiggle can catch an order and pop it open, and it's the worst feeling in the world if it catches an order and pops it open. It's gonna happen no matter what. Again, the coder is looking at if we can make it run any faster, but what we're running into is an MT4 limitation. The only option we have, which isn't really viable, would be to go to MT5, and it's not available wide enough because MT5 can use multiple cores and it can process a little faster. So basically, it's fighting MT4 and your computer's processing power. We want to just make sure nothing is running and have that bitch going as fast as possible so that it can adjust those pending orders as quick as possible. If you're on demo, yes, it's fun to run a bunch of pairs. When this is real for me, I run Euro USD and USD JPY. I close every damn thing on my charts. I only have 4 pairs open. I have the 1 minute for UJ, and I have the Rinko. I have the 1 minute for Euro, and I have the Rinko for Euro. Everything else gets closed. I want MT4 to be able to crunch everything as fast as possible. Now, if you have a laptop or a desktop available, if you have run 2 pairs on separate computers. I mean, it really gets down to that stupid. If you have a VPS, run it on a freaking VPS. Do whatever you can to separate it out and let MT4 have as much processing power as available. Again, NFP isn't... It's one of the bigger ones, and when you catch a good move on an NFP, you're going to be happy as shit. But if, for some reason, it wiggles beforehand and it pops the order, all you can do is pray to God that it goes the right direction. Other than that, like I said, I'll send set files for everybody into the signals room so that you have your set files. There will be a gap on some brokers. Hell, even FXCM will pop a gap on this. So we need to be aware that there's going to be a gap. Like I said, this is a higher reward trade on NFP, but there's a little more risk involved in it. So we want to loosen up everything, basically, to have a little more room to breathe. Slippage will be an issue, but slippage we really don't care about with this one because it should move enough that slippage is overcame. The gap, if you get a big gap, send me a picture of your chart and measure the gap. So all you do is you push your mouse wheel down, the one that scrolls like this, and then you left click and hold, measure that gap. The second number, see how it says the first number is 6 bars away, 7 bars away, 8 bars away. The second number is 20.7, that's pips. And the third number is the price. I need to know your second number, which like 35.2. So if you get a gap, show me what your gap is, please. Other than that, guys, that's going to sum it up for the NFP prep. I just want you to be aware it is a high payout, but it is also riskier. But take advantage of it. You do not have... some people are already in profit. I've seen 5 people already who are making money doing this one. They went live already, which maybe they shouldn't have, maybe they should, whatever. I mean, if they feel comfortable with it, it's your money, so I'm not going to tell you not to. But NFP, I highly recommend do not trade this one live, because even at 0.01 lots, it can do some freaking damage. Get the feel for it. This should be the last one you go live on. If you need to take 3 months to get the feel for it, by running multiple charts on demo till you get the feel for it and see what you like as a response, then do it. This is definitely the one. Don't rush to jump into it. For NFP, take your time and make sure you feel comfortable with it before you start jumping into this one live. Yes, I know it's exciting to be able to make a bunch of pips in 10 seconds, but when it's real money, don't blow your account on NFP. Literally, do not blow your account. Trade size, I guess it's the last thing I should mention. Trade size on NFP, I do half of what I normally do. And that's why, so let's say if you're normally trading 0.10, do 0.05. I know it sounds bad, but even me, I limit myself to half my normal trade size on NFP. Just in case, because there is, even with all the prep I can do, occasionally I'll get caught out. Something goes wrong, price 30 seconds before spikes up 30 pips in one tick. The EA is not going to be able to catch that. So I repeat, the EA cannot catch that. And it's a combination of MT4 not being able to cope fast enough, the order being sent from your computer to your broker, and that it just moves too fast. So that's why it's better to be on the safe side and use a big nice big straddle and not pulling as many pips than to lose money. Remember, a little bit of pips is better than zero or negative. So don't be greedy on NFP. Use a nice big spread, 12 to 20 pips on your straddle, and see what works best for you with Renko candle size. For me, I'm going to be doing 3 and 4. Live, I'm going to be doing 3 and 15. There was a question there. So on my live account, I'm going to do 3 pip candles with a 15 pip straddle. But I'm still want to see if I can improve upon that. So I'm going to use 3 and 12, 3 and 20 on my demo. Then I'm going to use 4 and 12 and 4 and 20 on my demo. And I'm going to see if any one of those can bring me in more than my 3 and 15 that I'm using on the live account. Okay, so if there's any questions, let me know on NFP. We have got 2 more days to NFP, so let's get those questions in. Make sure you're comfortable with setting this bitch up. I will set out the set files for you of a 12 pip straddle and a 20 pip straddle. Now, if you want to do more and dick around with it, like if you want to do the 3 and 15 that I'm doing, that's fine. But I'm going to do a tight one. The tight one, again, my concern is with the tight one is if we get a rapid movement, it can get opened up immediately. The 20 pip one will give us a little bit better because I don't think we're going to see 20 pips in a tick. But it's possible. Even with a 20 pip straddle, it's possible we get a what's it called when a guy, I know this is going to be dirty, when a guy comes early, premature ejaculation. NFP can have pop a premature ejaculation, and that sounds bad, but so your chart gets excited and it pops. That's the worst way I can put it possible, but we have a lot of guys in the room, so maybe you'll understand. But take your time on this one, learn it, get it. I'm going to go ahead and stop here because I'm going to post this one to the forums and take a 5-minute break, okay? Come back, we'll look at charts then. But again, guys, for NFP, yes, some of you I know are live. I highly recommend backing back down to demo for this one. If you want to go live, it's on you, but you can burn through all your profits in one bad trade with NFP. So keep calm, stay focused, and demo it and play with it. Take it as a learning experience, because if you take the time to prep for it, you're going to make money in the long run. Alright guys, so I'll be back. Enough preaching from me.